Baby, if your name is Sean Diddy Combs, you just got some bad news today, and baby, we'll love to see it. Sit down, because I've got a little bedtime story for you about what happens when the monsters finally get what's coming to them. See, baby, Diddy just got his terms of probation. And let me tell you, he's not walking free anytime soon. Remember when the judge gave him 40 months and he was crying about it? Well, the probation department said, "You want something to cry about? Oh, you're about to cry." They just dropped the full terms, and baby, by the time this probation is over, Diddy's gonna wish he was still in jail. They are on him like hawks, full access to his financial records, credit reports, bank transfers, everything. He has to stay in a rehab program and get tested whenever they feel like it. The list goes on, and baby, we got every detail. Now, Diddy's in full meltdown mode. Sources say he's shocked because these terms basically mean 5 long years of surveillance after coming out mentally broken from jail. And this ain't shade. Jail is meant to break people. They call it rehabilitation. But what happens when the monster refuses to change? What happens when he still needs a freak off to take the edge off that mogul lifestyle? That's when probation becomes worse than prison. Because if Diddy even tries to go back to his old lifestyle, baby, it's over. He's banned from all his victims, can't be around any criminals, and can't possess a firearm or even a car. Baby, I hope to God he's truly repented. Because if not, we're looking at a revolving door back into jail within 5 years. And here's the real crossroads. Remember that video I did yesterday about Diddy's finances looking funny? Not saying he's broke, but where's the liquid cash? Baby? Where's it at? Young Miami's act bad came and went, Carousel roulette's collecting dust, and now Diddy's wondering, should he spend his last on an appeal or save it for a pardon? Because yes, baby, he's still begging for one. Anyway, let's dive into the terms first. We'll talk about that desperate pardon later. Okay, again, what's the craziest part? There are restrictions on Diddy's financials for 5 whole years after he gets out of jail. Listen. He isn't even allowed to move money freely. Now let's really get into it, because baby, this is wild. They are saying Diddy must submit to random searches anytime his probation officer decides. And Diddy? He's got an ego. From what we've seen even in the movies, those POS don't play. You could be on your best behavior, and they'll still try you. That's their job. They want to make sure you're telling the truth, that you've really been rehabilitated. So guess what? They can search everything. He can have no contact with his victims. He's required to participate in outpatient treatment programs for both drug abuse and domestic violence. And if you've ever seen those programs, you know they drug test constantly. He'll be tested once right after release, and then anytime they feel like it. The probation office can test him twice at their discretion, but the drug rehab center? Oh baby, they can test him even more. And here's the kicker, he can't pick his own rehab. Nope. He has to enroll in a court-approved program already designed for offenders. On top of that, he must complete a domestic violence program, and he cannot own, possess, or even have access to a firearm or any destructive device. Baby, Judge Arun did what needed to be done. He basically neutered Diddy, stripped him of every tool he's ever used to control people. Because let Diddy try to pull one of his old tricks, try to order an escort, send someone money, make a call, all it takes is one report, and boom, parole violation. Straight back to jail. And he can have absolutely zero contact with any of his victims. He's also required to submit to random searches of everything: person, property, residence, office, vehicle, papers, computers, cell phones, and every device he uses for communication or data storage. And here's why this is even bigger: it's not just Diddy. Everyone on his payroll, every associate, every hanger-on, they are all under the microscope. From KK to the so-called friends and washed-up online defenders, everyone taking checks, harassing people online. Guess what? All that can be traced. We saw what happened with Magro, with Alex Barr, with Megan Thee Stallion. That kind of mess leaves fingerprints. Even if Diddy tries to hand out cash in paper bags, baby, it's getting tracked. Because they want complete access to his financials, and this is probation. Just probation. Lord have mercy, kids. Stay out of jail. Because this is too much. Baby, let's talk about this iCloud-level lockdown. Because these terms are no joke. Diddy must submit to searches of everything: his person, property, residence, office, vehicle, papers, computers, cell phones, every single device connected to him. And baby, this conviction got teeth. If I were Diddy right now, I'd be furious. This is what all those people on YouTube were screaming about, harassing others, and celebrating, and now? Look at your demon king. Dummies. Anyway, listen to this. The probation officer can conduct a search whenever there's reasonable suspicion that Diddy's violated a condition or committed a new crime, and they can search anywhere that might hold evidence of that violation. So baby, if he gets one of those POS who actually enjoys their job, the kind that's 2 seconds off his ass, Diddy's in for a long ride. And get this, searches must be conducted by a probation officer, but they can bring in other law enforcement officers to help. So if he refuses a search,
boom, grounds for revocation of bail.
On top of that, he has to warn everyone in his house that their place can be searched anytime. That means his kids, his girls, whoever he's got staying over, baby, they might be out on the lawn while TMZ's helicopter circles overhead catching young Miami in a bonnet on Star Island. But here's the part that's really making Diddy lose it. He has to give the probation officer full access to all financial information. Every account, every transaction, every dollar. And is not allowed to open new credit cards or new lines of credit without approval unless he's fully compliant with his payment schedule. Baby, this isn't freedom.
This is financial lockdown.
And for someone like Diddy used to moving money in the shadows, that's the ultimate punishment.
And get this, right? You know why they are locking down his finances so hard?
Because in court, Diddy admitted over and over again that he used bags of paper money, literal brown paper bags, to pay people off. Escorts, associates, you name it. All cash. So now, when he gets out, baby, they want access to everything. Every penny that moves has to be accounted for. I hope Diddy's keeping up with his taxes, because I wouldn't be surprised if that's the next thing they come for. But hold on, it's not over. The probation officer's reign of terror?
Just getting started.
They even want to know about credit cards, bank accounts, every financial move. They are basically saying, you're not doing anything without us knowing. And then there's the outpatient treatment programs, which include regular testing to see if he's fallen back into drugs or alcohol.
And guess what? He has to pay for those services based on his income and ability.
Well, baby, he's always bragging about being rich, so let's see him prove it now. On top of that, Diddy has to participate in mental health treatment programs approved by the probation officer, not ones he picks himself.
Remember, his own doctors said he had a lot of childhood trauma.
And Judge Arun was like, good point, maybe you're actually crazy for real, not just a pervert. So they said, let's get you looked at.
Baby, this is a lot. Judge Arun did what needed to be done. He completely took the teeth out of Diddy. The man's got no more bite. How's he gonna pay people off now?
The government's tracking every cent. How's he gonna stuff paper bags full of cash when every transaction is being watched? What's he gonna do? Have Kari Shah spend her Snapchat checks for him? Please listen, I dare say Diddy's reign of terror might finally be over. Because how's he gonna pull anything when they are watching his alcohol, his drugs, his mental health, his money, and even his phone?
They can search him anytime, anywhere.
And with every asset monitored, every line of credit locked, and every move documented, baby, there's nowhere left for Diddy to hide.
Yo, Diddy, now I see why all those rumors about you having a meltdown make sense.
Because baby, you really thought you got away with murder. And all those dummies clapping like trained sea lions, yeah, look at your so-called demon king now. You'll better watch yourselves before you join him in the third circle of jail. And please, stop working so hard defending Diddy.
For what? Literally.
Shout out to all the bloggers with the hearts of prostitutes doing anything for $1. But then again, some of y'all weren't even doing it for money, you just don't have an ounce of moral integrity. And baby, it shows. Your blessings? They are written all over your face. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, because Diddy hasn't even left the MDC yet.
It's a cold world out here. Bundle up, but you know what?
I'll say this, maybe this is the perfect time for him to prove he's really changed.
Because people can change.
And if he's really done with all that nonsense, the beatings, the freak-offs, the escorts, the drugs, then maybe these 5 years will pass like a breeze. Diddy, get out.
Take baby love to her favorite ice cream spot. Be a dad.
You can even go back to being a celebrity, I don't care. I ain't buying tickets to your show, but go ahead, live your clean life. Just leave those monster ways behind. Anyway, we'll see soon enough if Diddy was telling the truth about changing. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later.